my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Sit back and nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got the bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon'
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A throw over the middle, taken in. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Murray with a 3rd and long.
Come on, guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he
Fucking
goes
hell,
down.
bro.
Nick Perry drops him for a
Should
loss
be no
of
reason
10,
why
and it's going to be 4th
every
and long.
fucking
On 4th
week I
down, here's
have
Andy
8
Leon
terrible
to kick it
offensive
away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, he completes it to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's complete to Smith.
Oh, my God, bro.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Shouldn't even be right there.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give running right, Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Ryan. Complete to Jones.
Get these guys away from him, bro.
Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, Murray. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Murray able to find Isabella. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Dre.
Come on, guys.
He
Holy
still
fuck.
has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. To throw, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second and 9, Ryan looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On third down, Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check pass, check pass. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike, check, 59.
Murray now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it. But blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Completes it to Lee. And he will have the first down.
It's good vision for a passer. My bad.
Yeah, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Falcon first.
Oh, what up? You scared the shit out of me.
Hey, take that.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
I'm going to take a picture. Ever get off the fucking game?
Territory at the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him.
Man, you shutting fucking Drake down, bro. I got to get him 100 yards.
Loss of 2 there. Second
don't look like that's happening.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They stay on the ground with Drake. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse,
how long is
that would
Devontae
help
at?
open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
How long is Devontae at?
On third down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up.
I saw he uses it. I wouldn't have throw it over
Old play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more
they better than my
cautious when you
line.
start that next drive, or no, you just throw
I
that
can't
out
get
the
it with
window?
no room.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go, dude. Alpha. 58, boy. 58. 58.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan looking deep for Julio.
Oh,
And he knocks the ball
I thought he just
away
batted
and
that
it
in the
falls
hand.
incomplete. Robert Alford that time with a great coverage.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This
I
secondary
like using my linebacker,
really put this
but Jones
receiving
up for
core on
a
lockdown.
trait too.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball. But when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slit. Watch the slit.
Right back to Dre. Nowhere to go that time.
Oh my God!
He got a yard up to the 40.
I'm trying so hard to get him.
Of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step square.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Motherfucker.
And a big loss here
They
as
better
he's
just
taken
let him
down.
through, bro.
Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a
Why is
general
a
rule.
linebacker on
What they're
second?
looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley.
Bro, terrible fucking route.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Yeah, you tied in, but make
Ridley,
it 10 yards
his
downfield,
2nd
too.
touchdown on the season. As his guys are back within a single
Nobody
score.
was on him.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
I do sometimes when I play somebody else. Like when I play Des and them, and I really don't know what to fucking run anymore. Yeah. Because they're already beating the shit out of me.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen
They
that,
will not block Perry, bro. What in the fuck?
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off,
It's so aggravating.
they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
That's Nick, right? Nick Perry, right?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it
stretches and
for
whatnot?
this third quarter of action. We'll return with more
I don't
after
either, bro.
this
I'm not a
break.
very good
You're
runner,
watching the
obviously.
NFL
I'm just trying to get it going. I'm a passer by nature.
On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Murray from midfield.
Keanu.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Ito Smith down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. Field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Ooh.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Charles, you'd said the
that boy Andy fast
was
as hell,
probably
bro.
right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Oh, no,
It'll be a loss of 1,
You got
and
close.
it'll be 3rd down.
You got close.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Check, 59. Squeeze, double. Ready. Mike is hit. Mike's at 59. Yo. Mike's 50. Mike's 59.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he'll find Hall.
Oh,
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards.
Like me?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray.
I try not to.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
Like this is
hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Ryan.
What in the fuck, guys?
Here.
Wow.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before
Yeah, but I would
he
expect
reaches
him
the
to beat me like
38.
that.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And all the way inside the 15.
Oh, no.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Eesh.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down.
Come on, guys.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got
I don't even have them on aggressive setting, bro. I don't know why they keep doing that.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
21-7, and he came all the way back there. I'm upset.
This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run.
Fuck you!
Pretty slick return
Tight
there
end.
as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now a 3rd down.
Bro, you see how he like jumps in front of you somehow?
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, you can't even touch wide receivers in this game.
And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The pass complete. It's Bird. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And an alley to run.
Not bad to hit that
1st down on a gain of 17.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll run on 1st down.
Goodness gracious, guys.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
See, they had up the man.
To begin their next drive, the Falcons
man
offense
coverage. They had to.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Andy's making that motherfucker run an extra couple yards up on that out route.
Again, it's Smith. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Ryan. He's got the hook up to Lee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Oh, I'm so upset with myself. None against you. I got 2 into trying to get these damn traits.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.